I wanted to share a personal story. It has a lot to do with what you mentioned, Natalie, with self-awareness. Growing up in poverty, and the population that I serve is all around is poverty, and seeing generation after generation of people going through poverty, my family included, it was like, is this our life? Is this our options and whatnot? And it comes down to actually asking questions about it, actually doing work behind it, asking the questions, self-reflecting, what am I doing? What's happening all around us? What aren't we doing? Right. And so when I started to do those things, I was able to see, okay, well, I have a horrible spending addiction. I don't have life insurance. And all of my family members had the same issues, and all of the community had the same issues. And it's like, okay, well, those things we have to take action on. We have to change those things. And far as the spiritual aspect of it, I'm not 100% sure. I haven't gotten that far yet, but I do understand there's a lot to do with just our choices. Because we can have abundance for a month and then it's gone the next month.
Yeah. I think also what you mentioned, MJ, also comes with the belief that, we are what we hang out with, right? The people that we have around us, the things that we see, we keep repeating it. A lot of those things come from our parents and grandparents and great-grandparents. So when I think about the karmic cycles and the limiting beliefs, what I'm thinking is also superstitions, whether they're good or bad, things that may be so ingrained in our culture, because it can also come from our culture, those limiting beliefs. Doesn't necessarily have to come from our family as well, right? So where we grew up and all of that, it's going to have an impact on the lessons that we chose to learn. And when we compile all of that, and even if you look at your numerology and you see your life path number, you're going to be able to identify what is the main lesson for your soul, right? And then from there, you have many other different lessons. And when we're dealing with someone that has, for example, the number 1 or the number 8 that has a lot of power, right? A lot of energy of power, right? Responsibility, maybe taking too much power before or not enough, not stepping into their power. And they're dealing now with poverty and this and that, they're going to have to step into the power. But to step into the power, they have to first go through what it means not to have power, right? What it means to have poverty. What does it feel like, so that they can understand it? And I mean, I come from very poor family, so I know exactly what that feels like. But also, I think when you identify what is the main thing that you want to change about yourself, then you start seeing, okay, normally it has to be so painful that you want to get out of it. Because if it's not, then you're like, I'm okay being poor.
Then you stay stuck. Yeah.
I'm okay. It's actually okay because, like I have time with my family because I don't have to work that much. Or you're making excuses for being in the situation that you're in. When you're ready to leave the excuses behind and take responsibility and see how we created or responded to the situation, then we can start getting out of the situation. Like, I am fed up with this nonsense. I don't want anything else to do with this, and I have to create a new life for myself. But it comes with a lot of pain. And for us, unfortunately, if we're in pleasure, we don't want to change, right?
Once we become aware of these cycles, of these patterns, and if we're ready to do the mental, emotional, spiritual work to change them, there's so much possibility for growth and so much self-actualization and healing. And that's what needs to be done for us to see true change in our lives when we're dealing with these types of patterns. Just to be transparent, I really felt stuck a lot in my life, in relationships and in work. And it's just, until I really was able to put all these emotions and all these circumstances that happened out there to like really hear myself, it's that I wasn't really able to see that there was a pattern, and there usually is.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned stuck. A lot of other people might feel lost. Two different things. and it will take them to two different
True.
completely scenarios about all the different things that they need to heal, right? Like everybody has a specific thing that we just tend to repeat. And also with compassion, I think we also have to remember that when we're going through the next thing that repeats, sometimes it's a deeper level of the healing that you're doing. It's not at the same. The more surface stuff you do, the deeper it's going to take you until one day you're just like, I'm bored of this. I'm ready for something else, right? And then it has no power over me anymore.
There's support and guidance out there for everyone that's going through this, right? And it comes in us four, but there's also finding people that you feel comfortable to be vulnerable and open with about this too. Because some of the patterns in the karmic cycles are not things we want to really easily share. But there is guidance and support out there for all of you. Just look for it.